Hello and good morning. Now we are back with a new video and we are going to take some nice photos today. And as you can hear, I am on the way to the beach. I want to go down to the beach and get some long exposure photos, a little bit minimalistic, or how to say it. What I want to look at is all these stone walls we have out there to take care of the waves you can see along the beach. There are many around. The weather is not sunshine, but it's not totally overcast. There are some clouds in the background. So now I will go for a walk a little bit, see where I can find some nice place to set up my gear and where I think, this could look nice. When I take long exposure photos, of course, you could have more waves than today. Today it's quite calm, but also I don't want to have too much wind, because if I have too much wind, then maybe if I take like 30 seconds or more long exposure, then I will just get a little bit shake in the camera if my tripod is too high or the wind is just too strong. But now I will go here on the beach, look for the right place, and then unpack my gear, start taking some very nice photos. What I'm trying to get here is I want to have the stone wall going out. I have the skies in the clouds in the sky, and actually I have the Big Bell Bridge far out. So for me on the GoPro it looks like this, but this camera is much too wide. But on the camera here it looks very good. 30 seconds, f8. Let's take the picture. 2-second timer. Bingo, here we go. So if the picture turns out any good, you will have it up here instead of this video. This is a beautiful morning. The waves are not crashing. Everything is quite calm, but we have this very nice clouds on the sky. So maybe I will try to do something with that also. Let's have a look. I think the picture has turned out very okay. I took an extra one you can have on the screen now, because these stone walls out here, they just make good pictures. I just take my camera in the hand, just like it is, because I want to go for a little walk and see if there are any more of interest. I think I can make some more pictures. Of course they will look more or less the same, because it is these stone walls, but not one stone wall look like the other one. So now I will find a new one, see if I can make anything stand out, and maybe I'm already here, because as you can see, here's one made of wood. Let's see if we can make anything work here. I think so. I give it a shot. Now I will put you here in the camera. Exactly same settings as before, but now with this wood going out, still the clouds in the sky, still 30 seconds. And let's see if we can make focus. 2-second timer, so no camera shakes. Let's see if this will be any good. But it looks so beautiful this morning. It's really nice. This morning is just brilliant. When I look at my pictures here on the screen, you can see now we have all the waves and so on, but when I look at the photos, they look so, yeah, so moody, so minimalistic. It's just brilliant to be here this morning and photograph all these things out here, going out, the wave breakers. Everything is just perfect here along the beach, and it's just so quiet. Nobody is here, just me alone, taking some nice photos. This is really energy to my soul. And then I will go up to my car and see if I can find a new spot, new location with something different than these stone walls. Let's see if we can find anything else to take some nice photos of. Back to the car. Now we are at the second spot, and we are still on the beach because I still want to take some long exposures. Now I'm looking for some objects in the water so we can get something in focus and stand out, and then we can smoothen out the water just like before. But now I don't want the stone walls, now I want something different. So I'm looking for some objects I can isolate and see if we can make it work. And also, if you have looked and enjoyed the video until now, don't forget to give it a like, because if you give it a like, the video goes out to many more people in the future. Now I found my new composition here. I have some wood sticking up, some pillars where the boat can put in when they want to stand here on the beach. But if we look in the camera, we can see here that I'm still at 30 seconds, f8, ISO 100, and I'm focusing on the first of the pillars out there. So I will focus, 2-second timer, bang. Here goes the photo, and you will see it on the screen now. When I take these long exposures, now it's running for 30 seconds, so I have time to speak to you. But when I do these long exposures, I always choose depending on how I want to have the look of the picture. So if I want the water really smoothed out, so let's say 30 seconds, then I will dial in first the 30 seconds. And then I will put my filter on and find out what f-stop I need to achieve 30 seconds and have a nice exposure. And of course I will keep my ISO at 100 or 64 or 200, whatever fits in. It doesn't really matter, but I want the 30 seconds because I want to smoothen the water, or maybe even more or less depending. I have a 10-stop filter on. f8, normally I shoot a lot with f8 because I know my lens is very good performing at f8. And then I maybe adjust the ISO just a little bit. But normally with the 10-stop filter I can get the 30 seconds, f8, and with ISO 100 it just works when we have an overcast day like this. Of course, if we had some sun, if we had some other things involving, then maybe I would go to f11, f13, or maybe go from ISO 100 to ISO 50. But the settings are quite simple. But let's look at the pictures here. Now you can see here on the back of the camera, very simple, very minimalistic, but of course I will show you on the screen when we have it edited. But now I will play a little bit more around and see if I can get anything else. It's a nice place here. Taking these long exposures are just fun because we can play with whatever. Now I found this bridge And I can again make a very nice long exposure, doing the focus middle of the bridge. 2-second timer, 30 seconds, f8. And I get a really great picture here again. This is the fun part about playing around with the long exposures at the coast. You can isolate whatever object, even if it's a bridge or if it was the sticks pillars up there, or if it's a stone down there which goes in the water. There are also some stones over here, more bridges. We had the stone walls on the place before. I have the bridge out there. The rain is coming, and look, after 30 seconds, bam, we have such a nice picture. This is just so nice to play around with, so I cannot recommend enough for you not to go out and play with your camera, because this allows you to be more creative instead of just making these really stand out pictures. Now this is making pictures where everything is getting so quiet. So this was my fun for this video, being a little bit creative instead of just always go out to take some beautiful pictures. Not that the other pictures I take is not beautiful, but there is always something different in taking wildlife. If you go out to make photo of the birds or the deer, or go to the zoo, or whatever you play around with birds. And also at the moment, everybody is going to the woodlands because it's autumn. For me now it's November, so we have the greatest of the greatest now. It's nearly over. It's not the greatest of the greatest. It's nearly over, the woodland. The leaves are going away because it's windy, but still the woodland is so beautiful with all the colors. But now I thought I would go and play a little bit around with the camera, play with the settings, meaning be a little bit more creative, because these pictures I took today, if I just took them with the normal 125 or 250 of a second, then the water would not be nice. It will be very rough and not looking good. But making these long exposures, I recommend you start around 30 seconds. 30 seconds for me is, I think, the sweet spot to make all kind of water on the coast really smoothen out, really look minimalistic, and really get a simple picture where you find some subjects you can put on your focus from the camera, and then you can make them really stand out and get this silky, ghosty water. I just like this kind of photos I can create with the camera like this, and hopefully you like it too. If you like the video, please put a comment below. If you think you have some thing to share with the other peoples in the community, and please give it a like. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, then you will get more videos in the future. See you in the next one. Bye bye.